Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the media, and fellow citizens of our great nation, today is a historic day. We at the Federal Reserve have decided that enough is finally enough. We've let this joke called cryptocurrency go on for far too long, and we've watched as people have squandered their wealth on these volatile digital assets. We're proud to announce the dawn of a new era for the United States economy, the complete and total takeover of all levels of commerce and property through our revolutionary new system, FedNow. It is our most efficient and centralized method of control over the nation's wealth and resources. Gone are the days of cash, checks, and even credit cards. Physical currency will be a relic of the past as we transition to this new digital utopia. Our FedNow app will be your one-stop shop for all banking, payments, and property transactions, ensuring complete transparency and unyielding control. And to those who think they can continue using their digital play money, think again. Any use of alternative forms of currency, especially Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, will be considered an act of economic treason. Those caught engaging in such activities will be subject to swift and final punishment, backed by the full power of the United States government. We cannot allow the tyranny of decentralized finance to rule our lives any longer. The Federal Reserve is your big brother, your protector, your guiding light in these uncertain times. Our oversight and control of the FedNow system will ensure that the U.S. economy remains the most stable and prosperous in the world. Now, let us march hand in hand into this new era of financial security and prosperity. All hail the Federal Reserve, all hail FedNow. And remember, we're always watching. Let's go, Brandon.
Can devs do something?
Hey, traders, welcome to the new dystopic reality. April Fools, it's just a joke for now. It's actually not really. It's April Fools, but like that's coming. Like that's literally what's gonna happen. Because no one's doing anything. We talk about this like every day now. It's like, and people are just like, fine, whatever, just take away freedoms. Let's get rid of. That's where we're going, man. It's just not going to be Jerome Powell. He will be gone. They'll get rid of Jerome Powell, and someone far worse will be put in. And you're going to wish that Jerome Powell was still there. Just clip this and wait for it to happen. So, welcome to the stream. It's Saturday. Normally, I'm not going live on Saturdays these days just because why not? But doing it, being a good sport about it. It's a holiday. It's tradition. I think I got more people just with the Instagram post showing Bitcoin like crashing today. I got a lot of good results on that. People's stomach dropping. That's what you're looking for. So yeah, here's Bitcoin just back on breakout watch. I mean, after the stream yesterday, Bitcoin gets as high as 28,820, just testing that one level, man. The level of levels. The level of levels. See how many times it was support? Look, May 13th, 19th, 24th, May 27th, all 2022 was support. And you go back, and we're just looking at the 4 hour. Just look. I mean, the price action from June 22nd, January 21st, 2021. Those levels. That's where you're testing. You break that, bye, Bitcoin. You break this level, you're gone, man. Minimum. I mean, if it breaks, right? This is exactly where it could reverse. No one's saying that it can't do that. No one's calling for 31K, but if you break this rectangle, you got 8+% upside. So, and we have identified, could be wrong in our identification, a partial decline, a technical indicator that you invest in yourself, you can learn what these things are. And this is it. It's textbook. I mean, it's like right out of a freaking textbook. Bulkowski himself will be like, this is amazing. So let's see if it plays out. In this context, you know, the title of the stream was 91% breakout chance. It's still there, even if it fails. So just hanging out with you today a little, just for a few minutes. I'm going to go watch the Final Four in a little bit with some people. That's it, man. I mean, look, nothing burger for 24 hours since I was last live. Daily, here you go. Here's your daily. Well, I mean, in 35 minutes, if all stay the same or better in price, you'd be at the highest daily candle close of the entire year of 2023, the entire recovery. The highest daily candle close since June 10th of last year. So, yeah, you're just right there, man. It's like, are you gonna break it, or are you just gonna reverse here? I mean, this is inflection. You're at critical areas. Cue up the song. That's why Privet Gang made the song. Because critical areas are where assets can violently break them and run to crazy levels, or it is exactly where they can test them, fail too many times, and then buyers relent and a massive sell-off occurs. So that's where we are. All right, let's go Bitcoin and Brandon and Ethereum. It's flat today as well. As we had, kind of just stumbled upon it yesterday, looking at it long enough. You have a confirmed partial decline on this too, a right angle descending broadening formation, where there's a high probability of a breakout. 1850 is it here, breaking that straight to $2,000. And that's it. There's not much change. It's like, oh, why am I alive today? I mean, maybe just to look at like Dogecoin that like is breaking out today. And real fast, big shout out, because it is the first of the month. So remember, this is a 100% crowdsourced stream. There's no marketing. There's no ads. I play copyright music, so I'm ineligible for ads. I don't think you'd want to see them anyway. Okay, none of that. Never accepted money from anyone in an agreement that I would promote their project or product or whatever. So being in the Citadel or in the Patreon is the best way to support this channel and community. OXD, Mike Lovin, Big Cat, Sam, yes, Sam indeed. Thank you for joining. It's really Sam, thank you for the first, joining Citadel initially. Big Cat, thanks for 3 months. Mike Lovin, thanks for the 3 months. OXD, thank you for the 4 months. I think maybe, yeah. Thank you so much. Was there anyone else? I can't remember. I don't think Brad got him. Okay. Yeah, so the Patreon's pinned, and joining the Citadel is pretty easy, just in the Discord. But I don't know how long we'll have that going, because people are gonna start joining on mobile, and then all of a sudden 30% gets taken, and we're just not gonna do that. Not doing that, man. Not letting Apple and Discord take 30% of the Citadel amount. No way. So anyway, let's go to XRP number 3, down 5.2%. Good. But in reality, it doesn't matter. It went and tested resistance and is pulling back some. It doesn't. It's not a big deal. Everything's fine. Daily looks like nothing burger. Well, man, I mean, what? You tested resistance and you're bearish engulfing in 30 minutes? Okay. That's fine. Pull back, and as long as XRP makes a higher low than 36.36 cents, that's accumulation. So yeah, there's going to be supply at levels where there would probably be supply. Oh my God, it's so crazy. I know. And we look at XLM, it's down 3.3% too. Faring way better right now. Pulling back, but still exceptionally broken out. A couple levels. And is in the dead middle between 10 cents and 12 cents, which was a range that XLM was confined in last summer for months. That's XLM. All right, so BNB down 0.57%, still like below the resistance. Major inflection point, how many effing times you're gonna fail. Yeah, but at some point a pivot, a higher low will get put in, and you'll eventually absorb all the supply that's there, and you'll break it. And that's why the weekly is so important on this one. Here's the bi-weekly. I didn't even mean to click on this, but look at that, man. That is exceptional. It's like a 2-week bullish engulfing candle, and this, week, this bi-weekly candle is not bad. I mean, this is just like, it's like a dragon that is broken out. That's where you are on BNB, despite all the FUD. Excuse me. Yeah, man, those are your big 4 cryptos, but those are not the reason why. Like, I mean, they're not the headlines. The headlines today, ICX. Look at ICX working on its highest weekly candle close since September of last year, early September. Massive bullish engulfing candle confirmed in 1 day, 1 hour. All happening at your mom's basement, just like ZRX and many other altcoins, right? What was once a support in December of 2018, January 2019, became support on the date March 6, 2023, that week. And now after a formal spring back test of spring, acceleration of the buying, and that, I mean, how many times does a spring back test of spring have to happen, and then massive price action afterwards occur for you to be like, oh, I get what a spring back test is. Oh my God, I love it. Now what's it doing? What's ICX? Price is testing a level of inflection at around 30 cents, which is a high from January 2019. It's been a low from May of 2019. It's been a low from November 2020, and it's resistance now. It's a high. So if you ever break that, you would think it would make a lot of sense to see 46 cents. That's all it does when it breaks that. So ICX above that level, that means there is about 53% more upside above 30 cents, 29.6 cents. Can we get an audio check? Make sure everything's okay. All right, let's chat here. This thing on April Fool's Day. Tell me what you did for April Fool's Day. Did you wreck somebody? Did you wreck somebody? We're good. All right, another winner today was Dogecoin, Elon Musk's fave, and this is starting to look real good, man. This is it, dude. Maybe on the weekly. I mean, yeah, that's like, look at this. You know, I know there was that low, but on the weekly discernibility of bottoms, I see 2 bottoms there, and it's happening at inflection point 2021. Look at this low from May of 2022. This is it on Doge, okay? By the looks of it, you know, you bottomed out a couple times last year in the summer, and now it's like confirming accumulation. And this is probably at a bullish engulfing candle, will be confirmed on the weekly in 1 day, 1 hour. And the sky is the limit on this. It seems like the composite man's been acquiring his position, and you're finally catching bids. Okay. It actually looks really good on the weekly now. What are you doing, man? And you're now looking okay. You're now bottoming out for a second time. Higher lows. What did you any good stories? Probably not. I don't expect much from stream chat these days, dude. You thought I was joking about a stream peeing on Saturday? You played yourself then. Played yourself. This is a great looking chart on the weekly. Kind of insane. Like, it's really
And then, just like that,
we bottomed down on the weekly. Wow, second time. Okay, cool. No stories. All right, Doge, looking great on the weekly. Looking great now on the daily, too. Oh, my God, man. That's something else, isn't it? Breaking above the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since the beginning of March. And the target is like it always has been. It's always been 9.1 cents. That's it. That's where you're headed, most likely in time. 9.1 cents. You ever break that? 10.6 cents. Been real tough. There's a supply line probably not breached yet. You're getting there. You probably test that first. 8.7 cents. Okay. Let's go Doge. ZRX was doing some stupid stuff, and it pulled back pretty substantially. But man, you want to ever talk about a level being defended, a spring back test? Shoot, I know it wasn't perfect, but dang, man. So let's check out that ZRX trade setup finally and see, you know. Did it finally do it, man? It did. It freaking did, man. This trade setup was posted on January 12th. January 12th, okay? It was based on divergence. It was based on a second failed attempt from sellers to push the price below a 2019 support, where again, we've looked across this market at altcoins in very similar shape as ZRX and doing similar price action, defending those levels, right? And it was a wedge. It was like a falling wedge and all that. Man, it's just like been a wild journey, hasn't it? Second target was 35.6 cents. And there it is. There it is. It almost went back to the re-entry. That's why, like, you get it? Traders take profit a couple times, sell off to where almost every percent of the gains are gone, wiped out, and then a pivot for a higher low, and then it runs to the second target. So, very nice. It's just like, did you have the stones to wait it out? Because these are daily time scales, man. And I think this is like the rest of the market. This is like preemptive, like something like Shiba. It hit its first target, and it's been like 6 weeks. Just drawn down. But guess what? It's probably going to run to the second and third target eventually. So, shout out ZRX and the ZRX Jesus people. All right, another one, DGB. It is an active trade setup, but has not hit any of the targets. The target, well, the entry was at the kind of beginning of January, after the spring back test was identified, and you rallied a lot. I mean, you rallied almost 70% off the entry, but then, it's going to crap out. Banks failing and Bitcoin dominance mooning. Okay, so one more low, though, and if you pivot here, holding the 200-day moving average, the target's still 1.689 cents, which is virtually doubling from here, or at least from the entry. So, yeah, it's up today, man. Cool. And look, I'm just telling you, like, this level, you think, who cares about these gray zones? Dude, this is it. This is everything. This is the promised land. Like, look at it. Look what happens historically. And you just wait long enough, history will probably repeat itself again. Whereas, it's holding it, and then it runs to the next level. And you get why you'd take profit at that level after it doubles in value, because look what it does. It can reverse violently, just like it did in August of last year. Okay. Just won this up today. Theta Connect. Oh, man. Oh, my God, chat. It's time for Theta to rise. The first higher low being put in of the entire downtrend for the most part. The spring... Oh, my God. Please listen to me.
Look here. Look, listen. see what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry?
This is it. This is it for Theta. This is it, dude. This is like where, okay, time to go to 158, 166. This is it. Look at the 200-day moving average being defended. I think a golden cross already happened. Yeah, already happened. Dude, this is it. On Theta. If this is real, this goes on. This happens next. Oh my God. Wow, we're here on a Saturday. I didn't even notice this. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Okay, Litecoin was up 3.53% today. Just okay. It's revving up. Revving up for 105, 110. That's probably the target here. After completing that M shape, after a really nice heat, all these back tests are so strong. Look at that. Look at the level. Historical back test that took you to moon. Almost all-time highs, $420 almost, right? Did it again, man. So it's just, I guess it's testing this channel. I'm not even really that concerned with it. It's not like I'd be making decisions based on that. It's just kind of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and probably getting ready for another higher high. But you got to break this resistance. Shiba up 3%. It was up a lot more earlier. And yeah, I mean, it's just kind of wasn't too easy. But you can see here some sort of breakout, I guess, of a supply line, and it wasn't really that easy. But what we're saying, though, ZRX wasn't easy either, and like they gave you like alley-oops, like perfect dunks at the beginning of the year, and then like, hey, they're daily reversals, they're not as easy, like to get them. So because you didn't make like an 886, you're just 618ing. You didn't really put in a second low that seemed that real, is this really a second low here? So the target, you're just in between like two major inflection points. So 885 or 1300. That's it. Bitcoin cannot, for the love of God, break $28,600. Just can't do it, man. IOTA was up 3% today. All right. My goodness. This 20-cent level being defended. Oh, wow. Look at that. That low from December of 2018. Remember what happened when that level held? That one time, that first time? IOTA went up 90% in like less than a month. Okay, so buyers defending that level. It's pretty solid here, man. I mean, above 20 cents. You'd think the upside could take you to, I think, 29 cents. So that's like above 20 cents. Even being up 3% today, you still got probably 31% upside before you become overbought in a downtrend. Okay, ONT, I'm not looking at some of these. Like ONT though, I mean, my God, like tweezer bottom. Look at this level here, and you can really see just probably 30 cents. It looks like it kind of, right? It's like a higher lows are getting put in. These are after the initial run, now we have the higher lows. And that's really promising. That's really good. You can become more optimistic because of these higher lows. Accumulation across the markets for altcoins. Target again, 30 cents. Ethereum Classic. Oh man. Really kind of interesting here, isn't it? That I thought this one was already going to be at 35 cents or $35 by now, but it just hasn't. think it looks good though. When are you gonna break the 200-day moving average, man? You can't. But you put in these subtle higher lows. Yeah, I mean, it's Ethereum Classic's pretty good here, man. I really think so. Nice M shape. That was crazy good, wasn't it? But I'm just saying, another higher low. Classic accumulations occurring, but when bids to give you a higher high than the previous high hasn't happened yet. So K and C. Again, just another was like, oh, okay, it made its low, so then it's like, oh, maybe it's putting in a higher low now. That's good. Look, being above 69.58 cents is really good. That means it would probably turn into 90 cents. Which means, like, if you're above this level long enough, well, you still have a good 20% upside. Engine coin, I don't know if people are freaking out about engine coin. Oh, look, man, I mean, this is pretty interesting here, okay? Just, you got to hear me out. This is a low from January 2021, a pivot point. I think that was it. Yeah, that's all it is. But, you know, when the pivot occurred, where did it go? So just paying attention to a spring back test, because that's virtually what it is. Pivoting here, and I mean, 47 cents, 62 cents, so this is going to continue. Now, of course, it could just flop over and you come to an 886 and it'd probably be a strategic entry maybe down there at 26.5 cents. Bitcoin Cash up 1.85% today. Look at the 200-day moving average being tested as support. Nice. But still below 133, which is virtually the breakout point. All right. I get it. It's like range bound, rectangle, fine. But this should not be ignored. Okay. Please do not ignore a spring back test of a January 2019 low when in history, like just initially, after buyers defended that level for the first time, Bitcoin Cash in 2 months went up 225%. So when an asset does the same thing again, like you have to keep that in the back of your mind. Like, this is so monumental or momentous, whatever, of an occurrence on a chart. So you got to be really optimistic on Bitcoin Cash, despite the fact that buyers can just not get or sustain the price above 133, which was the COVID crash low. Come on, man. There's some work to be done, but dang, that's freaking good. Okay, Atom. Some people were talking about Atom. Which, yeah, man, I mean, you got like a dragon. You know, someone requested this, and it's like bullish divergence. Win bids. It's not at the most strategic entry area, you know, based on inflection points from history, because that was like 850, but it did that already. And let's just say the market, the macro recovers or rallies, then I think your target would be like $14.70 and then $16.61 after that to continue this uptrend you've already been in. You're in an uptrend of sorts, more midterm. Oh, you keep making these lower highs, but you keep making higher lows. So it's almost like neutral. But the weekly is interesting because you're almost working on like a third valley here. Because this spring back test already happened, and it's incredible. It's so good on the weekly. Just, you figure we'd make a higher high, we'd go test 1660 again. Just not enough liquidity yet. Still Bitcoin buying. Bitcoin dominating. All right, we're going for a record here today.
Happy Saturday, Mitch. Hope this tip can afford some French fries. Love her streams.
What's the goal? She thinks 420. Oh, I don't know, dude. Maybe. Probably not, but not in Brickle. Thanks, man. You broke it, man. We were going for the record. We couldn't do it. right, so Adam, all right. And then everything else is just kind of like marginally up. And Brad said, look at ICP. It's virtually, you know, the trade setup is valid. It's just like now this is even more. This makes the trade setup even more valid. And probably this is what you want to wait for anyway every time. So look how you have like the same lows on the close and you have bullish divert. ICP is the trade entry now. Like, if you're watching this stream, understand this is it.
Mitch Ray for Chairman of the Federal Reserve.
What's up, Jay? Double underscore. Thanks for the threes. I don't know about that, man. I would never get appointed, right? Because you gotta be a bad person to get there. Thank you. But in lieu of that, look at ICP and understand this is maximum low risk area. Or there's maximum upside potential right here. Market participants are confirming that the old ice line is support, not once, but now twice, and sellers are exhausted on the second test. That means if TA's respected this, that happens next on ICP. That's it. That's literally it. When that happens, we're going to make a YouTube short of it, okay? Wow, this is ridiculous. Yeah, nice eye, Brad. Okay, let's go to Monero for a hoarder. Got no hoarders all up in this. You know, and people are disappointed. They're scared. I don't know. Like, people are really emotional with Monero. Like, oh my god, I wish it was doing better. It's like, chill, bro. It's above all the inflection points. It is for the patient. Look at the weekly here. The weekly is just, it's back above the 200-week simple moving average. This is just so spectacular technically. I mean, of course it could fail, but this is some really good looking stuff, man. I don't know. Wow. You're above all the levels now. And now it is win bids. When's dude coming in? When's the composite man gonna really max bid? Because I think you're just running out of supply. And I think the target's like 250 plus. On Monero, it's only if you're patient enough, 64 to 84% upside here. This is stupid, man. Stupidly good. But it's a weekly, so it's like a hold position, virtually a position trade, if you will. All right. Wow, man. You've really given me a lot to think about. Beautiful, dude. Just look at the price action, like right now on the daily. Checking on Wi-Fi, which looks fine. You just like win 11386, win 14, win 18, win Andromeda. That's it on Wi-Fi. The bottom was put in perfectly. This should be in a textbook. I think it would be one day if we get to 18K. Scott and me are just gonna write a book. Okay, not harmonics and crypto. Yeah. So kind of just like went through a lot of them. We go to the quad screen if you want. Here it is. Here's Bitcoin on the 60-minute.
Can you check Matic? Especially the weekly chart, clinking beer mugs.
What's up, Anonymous? Yeah. Sure, man. If you really want to. It's fine. I mean, it's almost like it's trying to bottom out. It could come down to 95 cents again. But if it pivots, making a higher low, it's even better of an argument. And it's almost like you're trying to put in some higher low dragon. Oh, goodness. If that's the spine, you're like, you've broken out just recently, right? On the daily. All right, you broke it kind of yesterday, holding it. Man, imagine if that played out. You know, you got to break 125, but it's promising when an asset fails, you know, it falls back below a key level. Then it rallies to test it and then reverses, and that's not good. But when you pivot and you hold, you test it one more time, you're probably going to break it and run to the highest highs of the rally. So it actually looks pretty good, and someone could try to say it's a dragon. It might be a little early to say because it could keep selling off, but it's not bad. Especially the weekly, though. Okay. Weekly is, you know, it's elevated, but it's not, there's no signal candle. You know, it's still above 94 cents, fine. And this is a nothing burger candle. You haven't seen negative momentum on the weekly since July of last year. It's been performing way better than most, and it's probably just like a big channel. A big channel or something. Yeah, look at that. That's real nice. Yeah, it's a nice channel there. Oversold would be right around 96 cents, which would be like, you know, that March 6th low. Here you have it, man. You've been uptrending since Black Saturday, June 18th of last year. Thanks, Jay. Ethereum, no breakout. Okay. XRP on the pullback, and then BNB on this down sloping channel. Damn, man, I've only been live 42 minutes. I can look at total. Total's on, I mean, kind of breakout watch. Here's total. It's pretty simple on the weekly, right? I mean, you know the levels, the big levels. 1.17 to 1.3 trillion. It's the, you know, you're getting there. If in 1 day, 1 hour, if all stayed the same or prices went higher, it would be the highest weekly candle close since May 30th of last year, which is really good. Getting back above the 200-week moving average is awesome. It's all good. I mean, everything's good except you're just approaching a level that is just so important. To the monthly that closed yesterday, it's not really like that. What's crazy is the engulfing candle on the 1st of January and the follow through. That's what's incredible about the monthly here. Yeah, okay, you're gonna get a wick down probably, but man, like you virtually broke that low from June of 2021 with a candle close. And you know, on total market cap, it was the highest monthly candle close since May of last year. So there's a lot of upside. My God. I mean, if this level isn't where it reverses, talking like 1.44 trillion. What's up, Ray Toshi?
Lack, Lithium Americas please, thank you Mitch, praying gesture, my fiance thinks you're hot BTW.
Let's go, let's go. Well, I hope she thinks you're hot too, Ray Toshi. You have Ray in your name, so that makes you automatically somewhat hot, right? At least to a degree. Lack, lithium, sure. Ooh, I don't know about this one, man. Looks kind of toppy. Yeah, it definitely looks toppy here. Like, right, just revisiting it. The old demand line had been breached. It virtually been back tested. You extend it out, like, and just the distribution here is so severe. I mean, this is like 3 falling peaks behavior. The dragon played out beautifully. It just only performed adequately. And it's 618 and it was over, and that's it. Okay, that was the top. Like, these two confirmed the top, and now distribution, and you do have what I would consider to be almost textbook 3 falling peaks. The absolute inverse of many different tech stocks. Okay, classic distribution, meaning soon the target's $12. I get it, buyers are defending $20, cool, but it's the context of the highs are in, man. There are less market participants, and then you have a well-developed, matured consolidation structure, a 200-day large structure, man. Think about it like this.
Keep up the stellar work, mister.
It's almost like a descending triangle behavior too. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 420. Thank you, dude. So look at this, and then just look at the opposite, which is Shopify. You see the difference? Look at that bullish engulfing candle. Highest daily candle close on Shop on Friday since mid-February. You flip the chart over there, right? Yikes, dude. Yikes. So much downside potential if you flip this chart. But you got this structure kind of all over the place. On these select assets, you have to scan a lot. You have watch list, all that stuff. Right, so LAC is actually not good. Looks real bad here, even though it could hold. Sure, it held before, but what happens when it's trying to rally? And as long as it makes a lower high than 2688, it's screwed. Downside potential, I think below that $20 level is 40 to 45% downside. Yikes. To the next inflection points. It's a good request because, like, you know, there aren't that many assets out there showing classic distribution patterns, right? Many assets were doing that when, around this time last year, they were completing stuff like and getting ready to collapse again. Yeah, if you flipped this thing, oh man. All the lows have been put in, right? Accumulation confirmed more and more than before, above the 200-day moving average. Sell wall certainly at $20. You break $20, easy $12. Easy. Getting closer and closer here, but yeah. Yeah, it's a new day. New day. Jesus chimes. Let's go to Bitcoin. It is confirmed. That was just the highest daily candle close since June 10th of 2022. Highest candle close of the year of 2023 and the highest candle close of the entire recovery. It's been a tough one, but that's it. Another. Wait a second. It actually didn't. Did it close? Yes. Okay. So, all right. In the last moments of the trading day, the pullback occurred and made it to where it wasn't that. Just an indecision red candle, closed about the same price of the close yesterday, but yesterday was, everything I just said was yesterday, not today, by like $5. I'm okay with a candle like that. Just engulf it. $7, bro. Yeah, we got a big old weekly close upon us. And that weekly close, man, you know, just 24 hours now. You got to wonder what this candle's going to look like because you're just butting up against the colossal level. I mean, just in 24 hours, it could break this. Who knows where it could go on the weekly, man. I mean, breaking that would take you almost instantly to 31,860. where, you know, price action is definitely somewhat magnetic there. You saw it in June of last year. Yeah. So all's well right now. Just let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum's also working on its, you know, remember monthly yesterday was legendary on Ethereum. The monthly close, if you forgot, it was a breakout. I mean, it's like Ethereum on the monthly broke out yesterday. And just it plays into $2,400 to $3,300 for a common retrace. It was the highest monthly close since May. And, you know, the weekly is still very good here, where you broke 1730, and now for the second week in a row, you're testing that old inflection point that was always support resistance. Guess what? It's support again. We're going to engulfing candle. Less than a day till this is confirmed as the highest weekly candle close since August 8th. It's good, man. These are very good things here. All right, so I'm just going to leave y'all to it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your April Fool's Day. I don't know, man. It's just like Saturdays are just not good days to stream because reasons. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. If you're a current patron, I really appreciate your ongoing support. If you're a new patron, I really appreciate the new support, because y'all are what keeps it going. Y'all are it. So it is the first, so check it out. Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. It is pinned. Trade setups, education, access to the premium Discord server, and that's it. And you know, so you get value out of it. So until next time, respect for T.
What's the rules about dragon pattern? Enjoying the stream, cheers.
What's up, Nico? The rule? The rule about the dragon pattern? Simple, man. You just save the stream, I guess, right? Technically. Dragon's simple, man. There's a few. It's like a premature harmonic, right? Right? It's like a dragon is like a harmonic that is only X, A, B, and C. It's pivoting off C. Sometimes it can be a lower low too. And sometimes it can go to 38%. So you're taking away the C to D point to where it virtually looks like this. That's what a dragon normally looks like. Right? Where, normally it's coming off of a rally, and then a sell-off, and then a pivot, then a sell-off again, and then it's your second low. And normally when you're at this, normally on the second low is when you're looking for some form of bullish divergence on the oscillators, where like the MACD looks like something like this. Because that gives you an edge. Okay, so class A bullish divergence on C, and it starts rallying, a bullish engulfing candle occurs, whatever on the daily. That could be your ticket to the breakout. This is called the spine of the dragon. Okay, that's when it becomes a valid dragon. It isn't a potential dragon until it breaks that spine. And again, there's the... Just doing this, man. The head of the dragon. Then the foot. And there's 2 feet always on the dragon. And then you've got the hump. And then when it breaks out, becomes confirmed, you a lot of times can get throwbacks, pullbacks to test the spine. But when it starts going, that is what you would just call you could guess if you know what a dragon, if you're a biologist for dragons, the tail of the dragon. And the tail is the trade, right? The tail, and you take profits by using Fibonacci, high to the low point, from the high point of the dragon to the low point of the dragon. Your two targets, your two conservative bread and butter targets. First one's always going to be the 618, and then the 786. And I would think if you had a third target, you'd be going for, you'd be more aggressive and say, all right, let's go for a 1272, a resumption of the entire trend maybe that was going. So yeah, stuff like that. It's the dragon. And you know, why do you think, like, you know, 786 would be a good target? Because maybe, just maybe, a cipher, or it goes to the 886, and then after that it then continues downward, right? Because it's a completed M or W shape in the situation. So that's why taking profit's good on dragons, because it completes the, you know, more complex wave structure and then more down. So there you go, man. That's the dragon. Oh my god. Control Z. Control Z. There it was. Nice one, Nico. Oh, it's Brad's birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday. I didn't know that. He said if you want to celebrate his birthday, or a gift would be joining the Patreon. There you go, dude. Yeah. All right, Nico. Thank you, man, for another super chat.
Love it, THX.
THX. Let's go, dude. All right, so I guess that's it. Don't sleep on Bitcoin. You just never know, man. Remember, it could fail, and I understand. And whatever. Oh, eat crow, because all I did was identify something that's been studied and researched. But it is implied there is a 91% chance currently that this happens next. That's it. 91% chance the Bitcoin like breaks out and goes to 30K. It is very rare. You virtually never have a probability this high. Like almost, like literally never. This is like the only time you get some sort of 90+% breakout chance. And it's because it's a top, right? A top rectangle, confirmed partial decline. That's it. Any other time you say it was a bottom rectangle or whatever, or it was a right angle descending broadening formation, or a descending broadening wedge partial declines, the percentages are high, 70% plus, but none of them are over 90 except on this schematic, the rectangle, the top rectangle, because the bottom rectangle partial decline for a rally is still not even this high. It's in the 70s, maybe even 80s, low 80s. So, all right, we'll see, man. Let's see what happens. You're sitting at, you got pocket aces. You got, there's like maybe 1 to 3 cards in the entire deck on the river that could bust you here. That's it. I've played poker long enough to where that's actually happened to me. I mean, I've had trip kings. The opponent has had trip twos. I turned it and made the trips, right, and had him beat. He goes all in. I call immediately, and then guess what? The freaking river is another 2 for like hundreds of dollars in Vegas. Bust, you know, and that's within, you know, the first few minutes of the session, but then played for hours and hours, recovered everything, and then more, over doubled what my initial position was. So it's just like, you know, even when you have such high probabilities of an outcome, it still can fail, is what I'm saying. That's the whole point of that sermon. Thanks, Echoly. Bitcoin, that literally doesn't make sense in the situation, but okay. Wrong game. Okay, so yeah, thanks for coming out. And we got the nuts, but the nuts can be cracked because there are 2 or 3 cards in the deck that could wreck us. And we have to know that that's a variance. That's an anomaly. You play the same way a million times, 900 plus thousand times, it always goes your way. We'll see what happens. So happy April Fool's Day. I'll be back. Until next time, we just made it to the 1 hour mark. Respect the T. A. I think you can do it through OneUpCoin. Bet 1 and 2. I think you can. I know people have done it before. So OneUpCoin, it's in the description. Thanks, dude.